Tissue. Whoops. You're too hot in the sun? You be okay? All right. Oh, good. Okay. Feel free to move when it gets too hot. This is our Tuesday morning class. Assuming you already know something about meditation and why you're here, thinking about why you're here first of all, why you're here today. Just getting settled. Thinking about, why are you here? Why have you bothered this morning to come to Buddha House? I just need to take off my socks. I'll get settled in a minute. Why are you here? And including others, always. First of all, thinking of your friends, your family, people you love. People you are close to. Thinking of your animals, your pets, the ones you love, the ones you live with, the ones you take care of. Family members that may be having a very difficult time at the moment. And then we include the strangers. We're also here for the strangers. Those people that we don't know, don't care about, couldn't care less. Just people. Just like the rest of the world. And then we start to think a bit more about the strangers. The ones who grow our food, for instance. We're strangers. We don't know these people. We'll never get to meet them, have a relationship with them, do things with them, see how hard they work. Really, we just take for granted that food will always be there when we need it, when we want it, in great variation and range of, 23 different types of lettuce and, everything that we always think we should have. It's always there in the shops. We don't even think about the farmers slaving away in greenhouses that are just incredibly hot. 50 degrees is sort of fairly normal on hot sunny days in a greenhouse. Those people. We think of people, the strangers who fix things for us that we can't fix. Strangers who take away our rubbish. We don't know these people. They just turn up with a truck. Goes all our rubbish. Amazing. We don't have to think any further. So one of the reasons that we include others and strangers is because to just get a bigger picture of this world that we live in, the people that do all the hard work. So we're safe, we're comfortable. It's not like this in most of the world. We are so privileged here. We don't have bombs going off. We don't have booby traps. We have a war going on outside. We have droughts, we have fires. We have other things. We have floods. They're the strangers that keep things going. The EFS, I think it's called EFS or CFS here in South Australia. Those fire people that go out there and volunteer. So many volunteers that our lives depend on. People that work in hospitals cleaning the floors. They're just as important as the brain surgeons. Without the clean floors, we'd be all getting infected and dying from common things that antibiotics can't fix anymore. All of those people, so important to us, every one of them. You think of the animals that we eat, we include them as well, not taking their lives for granted. People who are homeless, people who are starving, people who are terrified. No water, no food for sure, but no water either. Desperate. People just like us, no different, just like us. Human beings. When we think of the people that we just can't stand, people that consciously cause harm to others, feeling justified, thinking that it's okay to do that, doesn't really matter. They're collateral, they're the enemy, they're the other. We need to wipe those people out so we can be safe. What a load of garbage that is. The ignorance. Consciously causing harm to others. The political leaders. The self-righteous ones. Smirking with that smirk that we all recognise, the smirk of a man who's actually a lunatic in a powerful position. So many now that we see around us in the world. That smirk. But we must include them as well. They are also human, very damaged, wishing that they would find some sense of their humanity. People sending other people to war. Consciously, knowing that, oh, they probably won't come back, oh, that'll be another couple of hundred we've lost. Oh, well, yeah, we'll send some more, we'll get them from some other country now. Oh, that'll be fine, we can fill up the ranks with people from somewhere else. You know, that sort of thinking is just crazy, lunatic. Lunatic. And we live in this world. We can't deny it, we can't pretend it's not happening. So they're the strangers that we include. The ones that we really can't stand, not the good strangers that help us, but the other strangers, the negative ones we're afraid of, not the ones that do good things for us. So when we do this, we have a bigger picture of the world that we live in, not just the nice people like us, not the poor things suffering, not those terrible people, but we get a bigger, more balanced view of the world that we live in. More balanced. And knowing that by working with our mind, starting with ourselves, developing compassion and kindness, make a difference in the world that we live in our world. We make a difference. Working with our mind. Our happiness doesn't depend on things going well, things being okay. Our happiness doesn't depend on that. On peace, it doesn't depend on that. It depends on our mind, developing our mind, our inner wisdom. Not someone else's wisdom, not the wisdom that we sort of read somewhere in a book, but our inner wisdom, belonging to us, always been there. Our inner wisdom. Our Buddha nature. This is what we're working with. Not some airy-fairy, oh, wouldn't it be nice if, not that sort of thinking, but really dealing with the world that we live in now, just the way it is and the way we are. Wanting to change things, wanting to make a difference, starting with ourselves. That's it, with ourselves. Having compassion for ourselves. We start to see the world a little bit differently. Kindness for ourselves, and we start to be kinder to others. It really does work. So we have 2 little sessions of just sitting, watching the breath. We'll have a little break in the middle where we can stretch, stand up if you wish. And then we'll have a second sit. So, listening now to the bell. Straightening your back. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times and let them drop. We do this, we have room to breathe properly. We can expand our chest. We feel that as we breathe in. As we let that breath go, we feel our chest relax. Breathing in. Relaxing. We need a straight back to do this. Can't breathe properly if we're hunched over forwards. Straighten your back as much as you can. Make a tiny weeny smile inside, an inside smile. Relax the muscles of your face. Unscrew your eyes, unclench your jaw, all that tension we hold in our faces. Just notice that. Notice that. This tiny weeny smile really does help to lighten up, which is what we're doing. Not grim and earnest and deadly serious about this. We're practicing together. Touch the tip of your nose. We find the spot where the breath enters and leaves the body. That spot. Tip of your nose. As we breathe in, our breath comes towards us. Past the tip of the nose. Down to the bottom of the lungs. Feeling your chest expand. Relax as the breath comes up, the same way, up, 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 past the tip of the nose, out again in front. Breath starts, comes towards us, past the tip of the nose, down to the bottom of the lungs, way up again, past the nose, out again in front. So we'll do this for a little while. Pardon me. When I ring the bell, we'll stand up and have a stretch if you wish, or just stay sitting, and then we'll do the next bit. Okay? Okay, starting with another bell. With a sense of gratitude that we can do this. Most important. We can choose. We can start again. As soon as you notice you're following a thought or making a thought important, notice that and choose the breath. Start again. Not a problem, nothing wrong. We're not trying to empty our mind or have holy special thoughts. We're just noticing a thought is a thought. It wants our attention. But instead of getting involved, we choose the breath. We choose the breath to focus on, not the thought. The thought can just continue going past. No big deal. Doesn't matter if it's a good thought or a bad thought. It's a distraction for now. I say the same thing every time. It's just a distraction, even when it's a fantastically important thought. Solving some riddle or some meaning of life or some deep and meaningful thing. Even those thoughts, for now, they are a distraction. They're a distraction. Your mind does not like this one focus at a time. Doesn't like it at all. It's not used to it. We're used to multitasking. We're used to doing 6 things at once. None of them really well. So now we're focusing on this one thing at a time. Choosing the breath. No matter what the thought is. So what? It's what our mind is doing. Nothing wrong with our mind. Busy all the time. Doesn't like this quiet. Doesn't like this, no, one thing at a time business. No. Very resistant sometimes. Other times it's like such a relief. Oh, this is all I need to do. Just the breath. Oh, what a relief that is. We're training ourselves to do this. And we get better at it. And our attention span gets bigger. Not just 5 or 7 seconds or something at a time. We're more focused, we're more grounded. We're more in our body, not floating off somewhere to la la land, to, oh, if only, the if onlys of our lives, the if onlys. I'd be happy if I did this. I'd be happy if I could have that. All of these like other things, external things that we think are going to make us happy. No, maybe for a second or two, but that's it. So choosing the breath, starting again. One breath at a time. Deep and lasting happiness. Deep and lasting stability is possible for each one of us. Peace. We have peace within already. It's there already. We're just learning about that part of ourselves now. Our inner wisdom, the source of peace, that's within each one of us. We all have this. Not just a few special people. We all have amazing potential. Amazing. Choosing the breath. Start again. Hearing the bird outside. We're hearing the traffic. We're not trying to block those sounds out. All our senses are still working. We're very aware of what's going on around us. And we're choosing the breath. We're not getting involved in the distractions that start us thinking about, oh, the pigeons now, aren't they a nuisance because they're always la, la, la. Off we go in our mind about pigeons. So many stories just waiting to interrupt us, this process of choosing one thing. It's not easy. And so that's why we lighten up. We smile at ourselves. Not the end of the world. We just start again with the next breath. Lightening up, smiling at ourselves. Not being critical, judgmental, disappointed. Just, oh well, back to the breath, start again. Even though we're miles away thinking about pigeons, just as soon as you notice that, developing awareness of how easy it is to be distracted. Back to the breath, start again. We choose where our thoughts go. Back to the breath. Good thought or bad thought, it's all the same. It's a distraction. We are practicing meditation, practicing. Getting better at it with practicing. No one waves a magic wand. No one touches you on the head and says, okay, now you can do it. It's a struggle. And acknowledging that sometimes it's almost impossible to sit watching your breath. Seems pointless. And other times, as I said, such a relief. Oh, how wonderful. We're different. Every time we sit to meditate, we're different. We are different. Our circumstances are different. Things are happening in our lives that are different. So having the stability, having the groundedness, being able to do one thing at a time without getting sucked into the drama, sucked into the negativity all around us sometimes. Just learning to step back a little. How wonderful that is. Having our own inner wisdom, that quiet, peaceful part of ourselves. We all have it, and how amazing that is. Learning to access that again and again. Choosing the breath. Because we can. Sounds of the traffic. Just going past. You don't have to hop into that truck or onto that bus, into that car. It's just going past. A bit like our thoughts, just going past. Don't need to hop on. Just let it go. Let it go past. Excuse me. Just have a little stretch. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Just a thought. Can't stop thinking. Can't stop the cough. It's true. Okay. Back again. Let's start again. With gratitude that we can do this. We can learn to do something new. We can get back to who we really are, underneath it all. We just start again, one breath at a time. That's it. Just start again. It's no big deal, not a problem. Sometimes we can't even follow one breath without being distracted. And sometimes it's quite a few. It's going to be different. But gradually we settle. Gradually we get better at doing this, choosing the breath and starting again without the judgment, without the shoulds. I should be doing this. We just learn to do it. We're practicing. Shoulds, no if onlys. We're just learning to do something that we're not used to doing, choosing the breath instead of the thought, instead of the thinking. Really, we're focusing on, I guess we're thinking about the breath, but we're not thinking about the breath in the same way that thoughts think about the breath. It's this one thing at a time, choosing one thing to focus on. And we choose the breath, one thing. Developing awareness. Just feeling your chest rising and falling as you breathe. Staying in our body, we're not floating off somewhere else. Bottom on the seat, on the cushion. Stable and grounded. Choosing the breath. Just remembering to breathe all the way down, not just halfway, all the way down. Plenty of oxygen. Every cell in our body needs oxygen. Taking your time, there's no hurry. Just for now, we're practicing meditation together. That's it. That's what we're doing. Being here, doing this, as we can. Because we've chosen to do this morning. Because we have freedom to choose. It's up to us. Up to us. Our inner wisdom, our Buddha nature, always there. Just uncovering it again, removing some of the baggage that sits on top of that. How amazing we are as human beings. How incredible. Our potential to be here for others, not just for ourselves, but for others as well. For this poor, suffering world that we live in, to make a difference in our world. Just start again. It doesn't matter how far away you've gone or how involved you are in that thought or that drama going on in your mind. Doesn't matter. What matters is that you become aware of that. You notice that. You think, oh, gosh, I don't know how I got here. I must have been thinking about something, la, 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 la. And it goes on and on and on and on. Just notice that you're distracted by a thought. Just lighten up, smile at yourself, and choose the breath. Come back to the tip of the nose, maybe even touch it if you're miles away. Touch it in your body and start again. Developing awareness, so important. Awareness of the breath, how important our breath is. How important each breath. Not the thought. Thought will keep going, past, present, future. Very little in the present, mainly in the past, maybe in the future. That's all. Very, very seldom are we in the actual present moment of doing what we're doing right now. Always somewhere else. Always somewhere else, in the past or in the future. Very rarely are we here, noticing, developing awareness. So how do we remember this? How do we remember to choose the breath? How do we remember to stay stable and grounded? How do we remember not to react so instantly to things going on around us? Those causes and conditions, those things happening that we have no control over. How do we learn to stay stable and grounded in our body, trusting and having confidence in our inner wisdom, in our Buddha nature? How do we put it into practice in the rest of our life when it's not easy, it's not quiet? We've got so many other things to take care of. We can't just sit comfortably and peacefully in safety. All sorts of other things are going on. How do we stay stable and grounded? Noticing where our thoughts want us to go and perhaps choosing that, no, I've done that before, I'm not doing that again this time. Look what happened. Just seeing what a difference it makes. Trusting our inner wisdom. Pausing, taking a breath. Not jumping in straight away with our reaction to something. Stepping back a little. Taking a breath. Using our inner wisdom. Finding the source of peace within. Being more compassionate with ourselves. So critical and judgmental. Lightening up. So important now. Choosing the breath. Letting the thought go past. Being here, not somewhere else. If onlys, not the shoulds. Just to be yourself, your inner wisdom, your Buddha nature. Who you really are, underneath it all. Amazing human being, wishing that others might have the same freedom, the same abilities, the same conditions to practice meditation as we have. We offer the benefit of our practice together to others, not just for ourselves. May all beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings never be separated from the happiness that knows no suffering. And may all beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger, that hold some close and others distant. I dedicate the merit created by myself and others, the great enlightenment, and may the precious Buddha nature not yet born arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. And may I be the source of peace for others. Develop in the world peace and wisdom. Big stretch. Thank you, everybody. See you all next Tuesday. You're done. Thank you. Thomas. Good cheers.
These are new, these are not.
Thank you, Fiona. You said you want me to take your cup. You're still
drinking
going.
it.
It's okay. Good.
Oh,
You heard it better?
Yes.
Better today?
Much
Oh, I'm
better.
glad.
Wow,
I'm
that's
glad.
great.
Yeah,
Thank
you just,
you.
sorry,
Yeah,
you've lost your seat.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for entertaining
Really?
us. You always hit me.
I always hit him.